We just picked up a bunch of vintage Matchbox cars for $2 a piece this past weekend. They're coming up right now on Next Level Toys. Now, we gave $2 a piece for these. We bought every one of them he had. The cards on them are all pretty rough, however, the vehicles are still brand new. We're not going to open them, but we will show you each one we got. Starting with this cattle truck from 1980. There's the date on the bottom by Leslie, Matchbox. It's a pretty familiar casting. I have several of these. However, I do not have none of the cows. You can imagine how they disappear over the years. It's also got an advertisement of Super Kings, the larger scales. There's also some code red vehicles in this. It's the original ambulance. Everybody knows this model. There's 8 of them in this set. We got 5 of them, believe it or not. Got those opening plastic doors. Metal on metal. One of my favorites. For $2. These all came from Toys R Us. And I believe this is 1981. How awesome is that? How about the Los Angeles Fire Department boat? You can see the 2 dudes in there in the back. There's multiple different color versions. I don't have this one, not the red and white. I do now though. It's very nice. It has a couple wheels on the bottom too, so it can glide. And it's all metal. They don't make them like that no more. Should there be a good one in here, please point out your favorite one that you like. I'm always happy to hear from everybody. How about the fire truck? A pretty iconic die cast. Metal on metal. I have several of these, and over the years the ladder tends to pop up because it's plastic. It just pops up over the years. But I even have some of the 60s versions that has the solid plastic wheels. It's the same casting, just different tires. 1981. They all got a little sticker on there. Like sticker erosion. Here's a 1980 Swing Wing Jet. I love this. I have one of these upstairs, opened, but it's in pretty good shape. This one is actually still in its packaging. This card is not that bad. It's one of the better ones in this collection that we bought here. It's just like, not a sticker, but it's this tarnish there for some reason. I think they all got that, it looks like. Or most of them does. This one don't. All metal jet. Now this is the 28 Formula Racer. I have a lot of Matchbox cars. I do not have this. Is it rare? Could it be rare? This is from 1982. You can see the card is different. It has a Corvette on it. The ones from 81 has the big rig on it. We also have a different advertising on the back of it. Gotta place that back there. This is advertising an Exxon Formula race car. It does have plastic on the bottom, but it's a fairly hefty casting. Speaking of heavy castings, I like this one. This is from 1980. This is the Wells Fargo truck. This beast is all metal except for the little bit of the top there that's white. Metal on metal. I don't have this casting either, loose or anything. Pretty cool how it's Wells Fargo. And I love trains. I can't believe we found this in this collection. It's a locomotive from 1980. 80, 81. These are kind of rare from what I gather. So for $1.18, folks, they're like 99 cents to $1.09 even today. It's one thing that really don't inflate much over the past 40 years. It's really astonishing. You'd think they'd be about $2 or $3 a piece at least, given me back then. I paid $1 for them. I have a fire truck just like this from my childhood that didn't really survive too well. But I've had that thing since I was like 10 years old. Got the body, and then of course the ladder's all gone, but I played with this like crazy when I was a kid. And to finally find one in its original pack, it does have a crack on it. But that's mint. It's all metal on metal. This is from 80, 81. That's super fast. I love buses more than anything, as y'all know from, if you've been following me for a long time. Our original channel name was Toy Bus Productions, because I like buses, but we had to turn that around because people confused us with buses. So here's a bus. This is a double-decker Berlin bus. How awesome is that? It does have plastic on the bottom, but that's a lot of metal on this casting. Ta-da! How about the helicopter? This is the Los Angeles Fire Department because, again, it is the Code Red series. Get in the chopper. This is a large casting. I have a couple helicopters from Matchbox, but not this one. This was a little bit bigger beast right there. For $2, you know, I didn't pass up any of these, and I kind of wonder what I did pass up. Someone might have beat me to a punch on some of these, but I did get there rather early. Here's another Code Red fire truck. This is a very common casting. I don't know how many of these I got, but I have a bunch of them. Although, I think the ladders are gray and black on the ones I got. This one has a white ladder. It actually extends. It's a two-piece ladder. Los Angeles Fire Department. By the way, I'm going to point out that these were $1.28. They were 10 cents more because they're in the collector's set. Here's the famous police boat. Everybody has seen these. You collect Matchbox cars, you got one probably. But this one, the fact that it's not been touched, it's not been opened, it's completely flawless. This is the police launch number 52. This is the newest one of the bunch. This came from Hills. Everybody knows Hills are where the toys are. That was my favorite store when I was younger. That and KB Toys. This is from 83, but we'll say 84 because that's about, they're usually a year behind. I got the blue version of this, but I've never seen the red version of this. And this is the Ferrari, I believe. I think that's a Ferrari. It may not be, I'm not sure. It don't say. But I remember having this as a kid, and I still have it. The windshield broke, but look at all the older cars in the back. It's a nice back of a card. And wish I had that steering wheel. This is another very common fire truck. I must have 20 of these. But this is my only one that's in the package. And I'm not going to complain because this is a metal on metal casting. It's very heavy. I'm surprised it hasn't ripped off the packaging. Now this ladder is pretty cool because it actually will extend upwards and it will go up and down. I'm saving the best one for last. This is the last one. This is the NASA tracking vehicle. I love anything that has to do with space and NASA. Of course, this casting is elite. This is like a Winnebago from 1980, 81. It appears, it is. This is a metal on metal casting. This is painted black, but this is very heavy. And it's got NASA and all the good stuff wrote on top of it. I don't have this casting. I've never even seen this casting, so I can't tell you much about it. But I can tell you there's a lever there that opens the door. And a split window. So that is my favorite of this haul for $2 a piece.